Yesterday, Governor Wolf's office released guidance for the new mitigation standards effective on Sunday, April 4th. As we previously reported, self-certifying restaurants will be able to move to 75% capacity, while non-certified restaurants can bump up to 50% capacity, both with required social distancing to continue. Additionally, bar seating may resume, the meal requirement is eliminated, and the 11 p.m. alcohol sales curfew is lifted for on-site consumption. Further, the newly released guidance provides the following important clarifications. Barriers between tables and at the bar may be used indoors in lieu of social distancing. This is an important provision for most restaurants to be able to approach the 75% capacity that's now allowed. There is no occupancy calculator for outdoor seating so long as the 6-foot social distancing is observed. Unfortunately, private indoor events are only allowed to have a 25% capacity, which is up slightly from 15%. If you have not yet visited letpamarryus.com, please do so to send a message to the governor's office that you support the safe reopening of the private event industry. We're hearing from operators around the state that the biggest challenge is getting team members back to staff their restaurants and businesses. Check out the PRLA job board where members can place unlimited free listings. And we're also offering free listings for 30 days for non-members as well. The state also announced it is accelerating the timetable for vaccinations. Restaurant and hotel industry employees outside of Philadelphia fall into Phase 1C, which will be eligible to schedule appointments on April 12th. 1 week later, all residents will be eligible to start scheduling appointments on April 19th. The Small Business Administration recently made several big announcements, including increasing the maximum amount small businesses could borrow through the EIDL program, and that it will not require restaurants to have a SAMS account or DUNS number to apply for the Restaurant Revitalization Fund grants. The U.S. Economic Development Administration will provide $3 billion in grants to eligible entities to help communities, including $750 million for areas experiencing severe economic distress because of declines in travel and impacted by job loss in the travel, tourism, or outdoor recreation sectors. Eligible recipients include destination marketing organizations. CBRE Hotels Advisory this week released its latest U.S. hotel outlook, noting a couple of positive observations. High-frequency data points are showing increases in movement, number of travelers, and bookings metrics that bode well for the hotel market. Occupancy and average daily rate are trending higher, while hotel closures are trending downwards. Philadelphia Mayor Kenney signed the Emergency Paid Leave Bill into law. This bill expands and extends the 2020 bill. Our March 18 daily update outlined the details of the bill if you need a refresher on what was included in the measure. While Philadelphia will not be aligning with the state on April 4th, city officials did release the updated guidelines for business meetings yesterday. The city also extended its deadline for CHIRP grant applications. You now have until April 12th to apply in Philadelphia. Visit prla.org/CHIRP for information on the other 66 counties. Open in PHL has been keeping tabs on the restaurants certified to operate at 50% capacity based on Philadelphia's new ventilation standards, the only jurisdiction in the country to have such requirements, I might add. Since March 9th, only 11 more independent restaurants in Philadelphia have successfully met the enhanced ventilation requirements necessary to operate at 50%, bringing the total number of restaurants that are certified in the city to 128. This is out of over 6,000 restaurants and food service operations in the city, and clearly this program is overkill and failing miserably. Perhaps Mayor Kenney should heed the advice from Chicago's Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who observed that opening restaurants would cut down on instances of private parties where people don't take proper precautions against COVID-19 and actually create a safer environment. Each week, I've reminded you to remain diligent in responding to our action alerts regarding the Raise the Wage Act, which would increase the minimum wage to $15 an hour and eliminate the tipped wage. Recently, Politico reported that Senate Democrat moderates are pushing for a compromise on minimum wage, including a more moderate increase to $11 an hour and opposing the complete elimination of the tipped wage. Additionally, at the state levels, Senators Dan Laughlin from Erie County and Pat Brown from Lehigh County are proposing to introduce legislation that seeks to raise the minimum wage to $10 per hour and permanently index it to inflation. They also propose setting the tipped wage rate at 40% of the minimum wage. Lastly, if you have not yet registered for the National Restaurant Association's Public Affairs Conference, there is still time to do so for this virtual event that takes place on April 20th. PRLA members should use the code PAFC-MEMBER, that's PAFC member, to receive a member discount on their registration. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of It Happened This Week. I'm John Longstreet, and I'll see you again next time.